The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 123, NASDAQ up 113, S&P's up 10, gold contract up $6.70, $18.36 an ounce. You get silver up 31 cents, $25.18 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 16 cents, $52.52 a barrel. Notes and bonds. 10-year note down 4 ticks, 136.23. 30-year off 7 at 168.19. And King Dollar. King Dollar's down at 220 ticks, trade 90.546. Euros at 121. The yen is at 103.98. And the British pound's at 136 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good Tuesday morning.
Good Tuesday morning. You got a short week coming in, folks. The bottom line is that this thing was green all night. And, you know, I sent you this chart, Tom. Folks, the Hang Seng, this is a mind blower, man. The Hang Seng is up 8.85% in 2021. I mean, this, I don't know what happened over there, but let me tell you something, man. It's not too often that you see a rocket ship like this in all of 20 days, man. It's like, just wild, man. I mean, yeah, we go back. Look at this thing, man. I mean, you get the breakout that's happening. And listen, you want to pay attention to that, too. I know we've been up like in a huge way, folks, but guess what? You get the Hang Seng moving topside in a big way like that. And I know that, you know, when Larry was just on, it was finishing a patent up there, which is always dangerous when you finish a patent. But big numbers, man. And, you know, we have all the Senate hearings are starting today about, you know, getting these Biden's picks.
Those cabinet officials, yeah, maybe with one of the most interesting for the market in terms of the Treasury Secretary Yellen out there right now in front of the Senate Finance Committee, I believe.
There's no doubt. And that's going to be all about the good old U.S. dollar, folks. Okay, the bottom line is that she came out yesterday or the day before. It says she's going to let the market forces deal with the dollar. So that may be the mantra. We'll see. But bottom line is that Yellen is a dove. There's no. Well, hey, listen. It seems like everyone's a dove now. I mean, dove. You know, right. That's the reality of it. She's been a dove. You know, and I don't expect that's going to change. You know. Some of the higher volume. Hey, oh, go ahead.
Before you jump around, because I was just Googling the Hang Seng this morning, so I found one thing. Just talk the South China Morning Post. Not familiar with them. Yeah. But talking about the amount of money that's been pushed into the Hang Seng. So mainland fund inflows through the Stock Connect program, biggest catalyst for the city stocks. How about Hong Kong, 185 billion on local stocks in the new year? It's equivalent to almost a quarter of the combined net purchases in 2020. Daily inflows, we're talking about 26.6 billion Hong Kong dollars on Tuesday, a second successive day of record purchases across the cross-border market linkages with Shenzhen and Shanghai established from November. Anyway, just big numbers, man, pushing that.
Yeah, and that's a huge newspaper over there, South China Post.
I'm familiar with it. I just say it as in, you know, of course the Chinese are going to say, I imagine they report to Xi himself. Oh, yeah. And I bet they want to write every day that it's the biggest day in the market of inflow. So I'm not sure I quite trust.
You know, when I was looking at this morning, I'm saying to myself, hold it, is this right? 8.85%. We're on January 19th. Yeah. And, you know, bottom line is that the amount of bread out here pushing things around are extraordinary. There's no doubt about it, man. Yeah. You know, we get inside the, let's talk about Goldman, okay? So what are you going to do for me now, folks? That's, you know, the bottom line is that, you know, they made the money hand over fist. When I was listening to your program on the way in, the amount of money they brought to the bottom line was phenomenal, man.
Staggering, man. Yeah. I mean, they had, even, you know, all of it. I mean, So they were supposed to make, we'll call it 10 billion, right? They're supposed to take in 10 billion, and they took in 11.7. They almost took in 12 billion. That's an extra 2 billion in 90 days that they just created in revenue. And yeah, a lot of it they took to the bottom line, man. Talking about 12.08 a share versus 7.47. Percent bump in revenue to 2.39 billion. Market was looking for almost 1.9. Investment banking 2.6. They were looking for 2.5. Big numbers just everywhere, man.
Huge. We get over to the gold.
And then what do? They trade lower just to finish. I mean, that's
right.
Remarkable.
Down
right?
$1.20.
310 to 297.
Yeah.
Some of these stocks, man. You just went in Goldman, 182 to 310. I mean, my brain hurts. That's a 66% return, I think, since November.
Right. Right.
So yeah.
And so, what are you going to do for
Maybe
me
got
now?
a little ahead of itself.
It's a big number, man, and that's where that whole thing is, built in. I can't even picture. We're going to have a lot of earnings coming out because we're right in the middle of it. But it's like, okay, so if they're treating the banks that way, what are they going to do with the rest of the equities?
Yeah. And I think a lot of it has to do with, Goldman got even more ahead of itself than the other banks did. It's like Bank of America wasn't up 60%. They were up from 23 to about 33. So they were up 40% coming into their numbers.
Yes.
So Goldman probably just got a little bit ahead, and they probably priced in that, hey, Goldman's going to crush it, man, with some big trading right now. And they did. And they said, well, we just went up 60% looking for it. Bank of America's down 1%, and they had horrible numbers compared to Goldman. I think they missed on revenue and barely beat on earnings or something, and they're all down 1%, and Goldman's down 1%. So,
yeah. We get over the gold contract. Gold traded at $1,800 last night, $1,880, the futures. He rejected it. We'll see bottom line if it can get any strength now. Last week was, and the equities and the physical gold that just traded sideways. The equities, they traded down hard. And most of them are basically trying to test, folks, the November swing lows. That's where we're standing. Now what's intriguing is that one of the stocks that have been weak for a long period of time actually was getting a little bit stronger. And this is Barrick Gold. And in Barrick's case, that Fidelity is still selling the heck out of it. I mean, you look at this thing. When I was doing the gold report last night, I'm saying, this is amazing. So look at this. They just filed on the 15th. And they're filing almost every single day, selling, there's 8.1 million shares. And they own 7.62% in one account. And then they got 3 points, so they got 10. They had over 11%, and they're selling it in both accounts. Oh, but this is interesting. The other one, they're not selling it. November 30th, the last sale. This account here, though, man, which is really 5 accounts. But they're selling it in the two main accounts. That's Fidelity Management and multiple portfolios. So we'll see, but it's encouraging. My point with Barrick, folks, is that it's encouraging that the market went down, but Barrick went down and really rejected lighter volume. And to answer the question with Z, should we sell gold? No, it's almost a buy. That's what's going on. That's my take on that. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now. Up 81, NASDAQ up 116, S&P's up 18. We'll come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Well, welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now trading up by 73. Nasdaq's up 106. S&Ps are up 17.5. Let's just go inside the NDX and see what's moving things at the beginning of the week. You got Gilead is up 6.4%. Baidu is up 5.7%. Pinduoduo, man. Pinduoduo, Tom, whether it's going up or down is always on this list, man. So
yeah. Today
you're up 4.5%. And then you got Marvell Technology up 4.3%. Taken away from it, Peloton is off 5.6. You got Moderna off 4.3, and Fox is off 3.9. So, kicking off the inauguration, and you're at highs, you know. And between, I guess, you know, one stimulus bill is already kicking in. I suspect people are going to start getting those checks in the mail, I guess, or in their bank account, right? And
the 600.
The 600, yeah. And then the second one, you know, we'll see how this is going to shake out, I suspect, starting tomorrow, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so green across the board. That's the bottom line.
Pretty interesting. I hear you, man. And how about we got Netflix after the bell tonight, I think. You jump over to them. I'm pretty sure they're out with their earnings after the bell. Right at $500 within a few pennies as we speak. I was talking about on my program earlier, some of these companies, right? I pulled up the chart of Netflix. Reminds me of the chart of Amazon a little bit in terms of the companies that the market was quickest to figure out were going to benefit from COVID restrictions, the likes of Netflix, the likes of Amazon, right? Some of these, I mean, Zoom probably in that ballpark, but they just kept going. But it's been such a consolidation, and time is just amazing. We're talking about 6 months. Netflix hasn't moved. We're talking about 6 months. Amazon hasn't moved.
Right.
Might, you know,
wow.
How long they consolidate for, that's anyone's guess, but it just made me kind of, you know, take a look at that. You went from, you know, pre-COVID levels. We're in January at about 340. You go to 290, and then we reach 575. But we've been at this level since basically the beginning of July. And the move that the market has, man, $30 is what they're pricing in for the expected move in options. Now, that's the one-day move, right? If you wanted to basically see the volatility they're pricing in, if you want to hold it through Friday, $35. Quite a move.
Really?
Probably rightfully so.
Yeah. Now the real question is where is it going to go?
There we go. Bingo.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is interesting.
You know,
so, you got it. Yeah, this is, that can.
It's tough when you consolidate for that long.
Yeah,
I like some of the trades like Goldman.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the trades you could have made on Goldman. Obviously, hindsight's 20/20 is to say, geez, you've been up so much. No matter what they come out with, I can't see it going that much higher. It's tougher when you've have some of these strong companies like Net that have just been consolidating for 6 or 7 months.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And what does happen with the banks, which is pretty cool, is that when J.P. Morgan comes out, you had a little hint that even J.P.
Definitely.
Morgan made a fortune and they didn't, basically reward it because it already went up. So, that's basically, a little snack inside the marketplace that once those banks do come out, you can kind of get the reaction of how the market is looking at the amount of money they make or lose. In this case, making a big way. So
That's a great point because we went Goldman was at 285 at the start of last week, and we're at 295 right now. It made it up to 310 maybe on some of those earnings like you're talking about, J.P. Morgan, so forth. So that was kind of priced, yeah.
Yeah. So if we look at Netflix is going to look for $6.6 billion to the top line, $1.36 to the bottom line, and
that's some decent recurring revenue in 90 days.
Yeah. Here, let me show you something. This is pretty wild, folks, okay? Now, we own the stock. This is Freeport-McMoRan. And I keep raising the stop on this thing because it's been a rocket ship. But wait till you see this number, man. Okay, so the low, this is like crazy. The low for the last 12 months is $4.82. The high is 32, right? But wait till you see, they're thinking that the metal's going to stay higher also because it's like this year, $13.9 billion they're expecting, okay? And, $4.3 billion, they come out with their numbers in about a week and a half. But look at next year, $19.4 billion and then $20.2 billion, So they're expecting, the bottom line, folks, is that this, copper and, metal in general, they're monster copper, is going to stay up at these levels, because it's like, okay, it's not like they just bought someone, they're just, so it's going to be
Could
really.
you pull up the.
Yeah.
Curious myself.
Pull up what?
Copper? Do you have copper?
Oh, yeah,
No,
HG,
I couldn't
yeah.
pull.
Yeah, where do you see this?
Okay.
I mean, the copper is right through the roof, man. I mean, I put a continuous chart up. This is where a commodity, when you have in your backyard, you have all this copper, and look at this thing. So we're at $205 a pound, and you're at $362 a pound.
Yeah,
and
even if you just go back to the, I was just, as in last year, you were at 300, 280, and you're at 360.
Exactly.
So yeah, big time.
And you're talking about tons, hundreds and millions of tons. You're not talking like ounces here, So
sure,
pretty incredible, man. And it looks
Definitely.
to me. I mean, it looks to me that copper's going to all-time highs anyway, and that's 440, I think. Let me put it back up here again. So
440. That's got to be your favorite number out there. 444, maybe.
Totally, exactly. I always, folks, for some reason, man, I used to use 40 was like everything, right, Tom? I mean, it didn't. It was just like over and over again. I don't know how that worked, but okay, hold on. Continuous contract. Where are you? Generic. Here we go. Okay, so you're gonna see that there's when you're looking to the left of the chart, it's like okay, it's sitting up there. Yeah, it can.
There you go.
We're into some congestion right here. There's no doubt about it. But bang, right there, 464.
See, everything becomes a 40. It's easier.
Yeah,
464.
Totally. I'm telling you.
So these S&Ps a little dicey here, man. We're getting another little bit of a sell-off here. Starting at 10.15, we've dropped 6, 7, 8 points. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, Friday's action got a little dicey in the S&P.
Oh yeah, it came down quick, man.
And what was interesting, we got above all of Friday action pre-market, and since the market started trading at 9:30, it's all red in terms of inching. I mean, we've now given up 20 points from where we were last night.
Okay.
In the S&Ps. So.
Yeah. And let's go take a look at let's see, for a Tiger out here, if this company has any revenue. It's GEVO. So they operate a technology development company. Okay.
Butanol, maybe.
Yeah, so that's like diesel and jet fuel. Okay, so
I guess.
the low is 46 cents. The high is today $11.20.
$1.2 billion company, not bad.
Yeah, look at they don't take any money in though. That's interesting, right? Look at this.
Yeah.
So 5.8 million.
Things picking up recently for that company.
That's for sure, man.
The promise of a brighter future.
I guess so. 54 cents to $9 to $11.20 in 5 months. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 109, Nasdaq up 95, S&P's up 19. And if we go back to this company for a second, Tom, is that one of the Tigers are telling me that so this company here, right? The bottom line is that let's see. I guess Biden named the one of the founders to a science team. So
okay.
So things haven't changed, folks, meaning that once Robin Hood picks up on any of this, okay, the moon is out there. Because I suspect that's, you pick up a tidbit, right, and you go with it, man, right? It's like, okay, here we go. Who knows?
I mean, the guy was already, I just Googled, a Nobel Prize winner. So, if you believed in him and his company, probably, as it is not out of nowhere. If he's already a Nobel Prize winner, man, he founds the company. And he is going to be on President-elect Biden's science team, I guess. But I'm not sure that warrants hundreds of millions of dollars climbing up there. When, if you have a Nobel Prize winner starting a company, they obviously have the exposure necessary, right, to bring in
Sure.
any type of capital that might be warranted, as long as it's a business that's worthy. That's my point. You know what I mean? It's not like it was under the radar. He's a Nobel Prize winner, man. Bright minds on Washington don't miss when Nobel Prize winners start science companies.
And now look at this. So you get a 1.2 billion market cap this morning, and you have a 15% short position. So that's an equity that can go higher now, folks. Because by the end of today, I can't imagine what the short position is going to be if, in fact, you can find the shares to short. That's the environment we're in, though, man. There's no doubt about it, man. Grab onto anything and run with it. And there's that many traders out there, man. Because the mind blower. So everyone, I suspect, most everyone, you got your trading sheet from the broker-dealers, right? And this is the first year that I remember that getting the broker-dealer sheet, right, that you look at the gross that you did, right, that you did in trades. Then you look at your commissions. You don't have any commissions, man. It's like crazy. It's like
it is.
It's like now, so cool, man. I mean, it's like amazing, man. I'm saying to myself, wow, this is like crazy, man.
Do they also show you any slippage you got from an execution that wasn't quite up to?
No.
Weren't paying for order flow?
Yeah,
but
no, that's a monster. Oh, let me tell you something.
Yeah. And they don't show that.
They don't show that. Okay, so also, folks, when you're trading, right, if you want to see just how the pay for order flow goes on a continual basis, you've seen this many times that after the dollar, let's say 18, then if there's a decimal with 4 numbers after it, right? The bottom line is that, these pay for order flows on big stocks, they'll go for like a 0.00, a 0.01.
Sure.
And of course we're getting even numbers, but it turns into hundreds of billions of dollars,
Yeah, they'll charge you anything as long as it's a little bit more than what it's going to cost them, and it costs them almost nothing. Right?
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Pretty wild, man. There's no doubt. Let's go.
Just before we jump around, because I was going to say, what happens too is that I'm just like, here's an instance. Right? I just did random. Now these are going to completely vary on how you do this. Okay. Yeah. I just went into Netflix. I said, all right, what's it like if I want to buy a call spread on Netflix? It's trading at 500 right now. Whoops, I did puts. Let me do calls. And let me look at the market depth. Now, what happens is that here's our market depth for, I believe, the calls. Let me start over real quick. The point being that I'm going to demonstrate is that the bid-ask spreads on option trades are enormous sometimes. Now, what's great is that here's a perfect example, okay? This is a call spread.
Yeah.
We buy the call of 507, slightly above the market. We sell the call at 515. That's going to cost us almost $3. Okay? Look at the bid-ask spreads for this vertical spread. Now, there's a million different types of spreads, right? It's a 50-cent bid-ask spread.
Right.
These are huge. When you're paying for order flow and you have a bid-ask spread of 50 cents in the options market, which is a pretty simple options trade, too. They get a lot more complicated than this. And what's great about Thinkorswim, you can literally right-click, folks, and say, show me the market depth for this exact option trade. Okay? And you can do this on any type of option trade you make. And be careful when you're making these, because look at what it shows you. It shows you that the middle of the spread, right, from 260 to 315 is 285.
Yes.
Okay? But if you just want to execute at market, it's 315 right now.
Right.
And there it is. That's huge opportunities for these people. And not many people realize sometimes how big of an opportunity, and it happens in stocks too. And then, just talk about the bid asking options. A simple call at the money in Netflix right now has a 25-cent bid ask spread.
Wow.
That's enormous.
Yep.
Even for a $500 stock, because it's only a $17 basically bid ask spread, but you got a quarter to make up. I mean, just so it's really, huge in the option market how much money they might be taking out of the bid asks when you're trying to get executed.
No, there's no doubt. And that's why when Tommy's talking about, folks, there's no reason that you can't go in at the middle. That's... You have to yes.
in the options market. You
right.
can tick up a little bit, right? Start in the middle at least.
Right.
You see if you get executed, then you have to make the decision to say, is that a fair bid-ask spread? Is the middle fair to the market? Am I willing to move a little bit in my direction? But you can never enter a market order in options, folks, because the spreads are so big. Who knows where it might go? And I would encourage you, which is great. There's the middle. There's what they call the natural, which means if you just want to, what it's actually bidding or asking at right now. But it's pretty cool. Not a lot of platforms have where you can pull up the exact, market depth for a spread of any kind. And when you start to see, it's only a $2 instrument right now, right? And they're collecting 50 to 60 bid, spread. And it's huge.
And that's why you want to work with percentages, folks. Not with,
totally.
Okay, it's only 30 cents, it's only 50 cents. Well,
no.
Guess what? Of what? That's
going to increase your cost 10% on this one trade.
Yeah.
Think about that. It's huge. Yeah.
And
anyway, so hopefully I bring it up. This is only going to get worse for traders in terms of how tantalizing free options are and free equities are. Meanwhile, the financial industry has never done better.
Exactly.
And all that stuff.
And just as we're talking, look at this. This is interesting. So my little Freeport McMoran just took off. And we had pulled it up, and it was up like 40 cents. It's up $1.47. It's like, okay. So let's go look at the dollar, because all of these, the commodity run, folks, is all about the dollar. And the dollar on Friday, that was the first day that we took out even a minus swing in 3 months. The last time we took out a minus swing goes all the way back to November 4th. And we finally took out this minus swing, and it lasted all of like 12 hours, man. So now the real question is going to be, do you get any force on the way down? And this is going to have to do with, where the Treasury Secretary basically at least says that they think that the dollar, are they going to leave their hands off it, on it? And the consistency, folks, over the course of years is that it's never transparent. That's the real bottom line. Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 122, Nasdaq up 95, S&P's up 18. And, Tom and I, folks, we appreciate all you tigers and tigresses out here growling and prowling with us. And in particular, I mean, it's so cool because we have a lot of engineers out here, and we got an engineer out here. So listen to this stat, Tom, okay? This is pretty cool.
Okay.
So copper demand. How much copper in electric vehicles. So conventional cars, folks, have 18 to 49 pounds of copper. Hybrid electric have approximately 85 pounds. Plug-in hybrid electric use 132 pounds, okay? Battery electric vehicles contain 183 pounds. Hybrid electric bus contain 196 pounds, and electric battery bus contains 814 pounds. So listen to this. This is sick. Just Tesla alone. I love these engineers, man. This is something else. Look at this. So just Tesla. Teslas have 180 pounds in every electric vehicle, which is 45,000 tons just for Tesla. So now I like Freeport McMoRan even more. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy when you go from the aspect of a conventional car with 18 to 49 pounds, and now we're talking about 180 pounds. Yeah. And you're talking about, did you see over the weekend, folks, okay, if we pull up GM, this is pretty cool. So GM's at all-time highs, right? Over the weekend, they announced that they're going to they're getting closer to a drone that is going to fly you from like high-rise to high-rise, Tom.
I had not heard that.
Yeah, like the Jetsons. Yeah. High-rise to high-rise, like, in big cities, so that you're not going, through all the traffic and the whole bit. Yeah.
Sure.
It was like, we're getting closer every day, man.
Yeah, I always say, and it's myself included, it's not like a judgment on anybody, but you can't comprehend when technology is moving exponentially. It's difficult for our minds to understand the concept of exponential growth because it's just so fast, and things, I believe, are just kind of moving quicker than we actually anticipate in terms of how the world may change over 5, 10, or 20 years. Sounds like a long time, but not a long time when you think about the mammoth changes that might be possible. I mean, you go back 20 years ago, we're coming into 2020. I think I got my first phone in college in like 99, 98. Shame on you for not getting me a cell phone in the late 90s in high school, man. I don't know how I survived.
There's no doubt.
But just remarkable when you think about that, right? Kids nowadays, they get phones at 12, 13, 14, even younger, some of them. I don't think I had one until college, which is like 98. I started college, 99 maybe I got one because I remember using calling cards. I remember using those Sprint calling cards to call home.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy. That was 20 years ago, calling cards, folks. So.
Well, you know why that was, folks? Because the first Motorola phone, it was this big in a box, right?
I know this one. Here we go.
This is a great story, folks. So we had lived in Boston, and we lived on the Cape in the summer, and I was still doing business, but I just needed a phone to do business. And I got this big phone, and we were on the beach, and I just got it. And you must have been like, what, 5 or 6 years old, man. So it's 85.
I think younger.
Yeah, it might have been 3 or 4 years
you're
old.
right. 5 years, something. Go ahead.
And
I only know
happened,
from the stories.
Folks,
I don't remember.
We were all going in the water, and I came back up, and, the kids are playing at the time. He's playing at the phone, and he puts numbers in, and I hadn't set a password up. And phones were so antiquated then. I mean, that Motorola phone was a fortune, too. But anyway, the bottom line, I couldn't open the phone. It was like a week old. So I got
locked you
another
out.
one the
I
next
set
week.
that password. I said, he hasn't set a password yet. Let me take care of that for him.
Right. But it's so funny where that come from. I mean, remember how big that was? The phone itself was this big. Hey, but it worked.
It was a backpack. Exactly.
Yeah, it was a backpack. It was a backpack.
It was.
Crazy.
But so to bring it, as in, when you think about 20 years, man, the acceleration, nobody could have imagined. I'm sitting out on my back porch yesterday, and I'm cracking up at the fact that I'm literally streaming. Maybe it was Sunday. I'm streaming football, right? I'm watching it on my phone.
Yeah.
And now the phones are high def on my, 4K screen resolution iPhone. But I'm watching it in a portion of my phone while I'm also multitasking and doing emails, and I'm looking at charts on my one little phone. I'm watching high def live football while I'm, doing. It's just, you never could have imagined. And I think, 5G, you almost can't imagine the implications because we've never had actually access to a network so fast. That's what's going to happen when we get 5G. That's what self-driving cars are going to rely on. It's basically going to be, everything is going to be connected to the web. There's just implications that it's tough for even the brightest minds to wrap their head around when it's just not quite here yet.
There's no doubt. And hey, listen.
It's coming.
It's coming, and it's coming fast. And how about Brady,
It is.
huh? How about Brady?
Oh, those football games this weekend, man. We had some great games across the board. Brady gets it done. Really, his legacy, man, it's just remarkable. It's not easy to head to a championship conference game, man, and he just gets it done in Tampa in no time. And he's got that defense. How about Tampa's defense, man?
Oh, amazing.
What was it? 4 picks or 4 turnovers?
Yeah. And they were running. I mean, that
props,
football team is like amazing, man. I mean,
and a lot of the props are saying you manage the game, right? He's so, mature. You manage it. You do what you can. And what he did is that he made sure he made no big mistakes and let his defense really take over, man, which is pretty cool.
And then Mahomes, man, that hit on Mahomes. Hope he's going to be all right. If you didn't see this hit, folks, okay, guy got around his neck and just spun his neck as the rest of his body's going the other way. I mean, it was almost like he could have pulled his head right out of his torso.
They don't play gently with those big quarterbacks when you're in a playoff game, man. A completely legal hit too, in terms of you just brought him down to the ground hard. You don't be a quarterback in the NFL if you don't want to get tackled hard, man.
Amazing.
That's the other side of it. It is a tough, vicious game. I'm not sure. I love football, man, but I'm not sure nowadays with kids unless they really on the protection of some of those helmets because it's a pretty dangerous game. And he's such a great player, man. Hopefully he's back just for the game.
Right.
But he looks pretty woozy coming off that field, man. And usually a week. Just I hope they keep his safety, number one because
no doubt.
That's the tough part, right? So much incentive for them to play him when everything's on the line, and hopefully they just do what's safest because the brain can't mess around with the brain.
No, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
And I can't picture. I mean, I bet Brady, if he's not at Green Bay yet, I mean, the bottom line is that he's going to have to be outside. Like it's going to be 24 degrees, folks, and it might be snowing. So all I can picture is Brady's probably outside in the skivvies, like they're just getting ready to get cold or something. I mean, I can't even imagine what you got to do to get ready for that.
I think he lives on Davis Island or Harbor Island. I forget which one it is in Tampa. Beautiful home, the home of Derek Jeter, man, just an absolute palace practically out by his pool. But the one thing is, man, he's from New England. He's used to those games. It's not like he's lived his whole career. But I listen. It's right now. What's the temp right now? It's 63 degrees right now in Florida. It was 39 degrees actually this morning. I'm not sure it was colder when I woke up, but man, that's going to be an awesome game to watch. And you got Aaron Rodgers, who's actually never played a championship game at home. When you think about his career, so they get to host the NFC Championship in Green Bay. Man, those Green Bay fans, that's going to be quite a game.
And Z, I'll take that bet. So I got $1 bet.
Let's do it.
I got $1 bet with Z. Yeah, we'll both do it. Oh, he's sending it to you. That's right. I'll take it.
He wants action everywhere. Can't blame him. Perfect.
Totally. Stay right there. Tommy and I come
Back
right
in the
back.
day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
you see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 160, Nasdaq's up 100, S&Ps are up 21. And bottom line is that you get a little volatility at the beginning of this market. We'll see where this is going to shake out. And all day long, folks, we are going to be getting, basically one-liners out of basically the Senate, the Congress, on these
Senate.
cabinet positions going through. So.
Shouldn't really be anything too surprising, right? But you never know, man. This is new administration starts tomorrow. New Treasury Secretary, looking to get confirmed, and people have a general idea of Janet Yellen, like you're talking about, dovish. But doesn't mean there wouldn't be, some surprise as to maybe how dovish, how big of a plan, because the headlines were all, go big, and listen, at interest rates where they are right now.
Yeah,
infrastructure just keeps coming into my mind, folks. There's no reason why we can't.
It'd be great if it's infrastructure, because the bottom line, that gets people to work, and that's big work.
It is.
There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's just an automatic. I don't know how, it's so much crumbling in terms of the bridges in our country, the roads. Yeah. If we're not going to get it done now, when are we going to get it done? When interest rates just almost went negative. So.
Right. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. And what's going to the difference with Yellen this time, folks, is that she's got to sell. She's in the position, the Treasury Secretary has to sell the program. She's always been on the other side of it, meaning she can hold her cards, you know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see, okay, how does she sell that, hey, the country needs this at this particular time, and who's going to buy into it, you know what I mean? So it's going to be pretty cool watching it.
Definitely.
Stay right there, folks. So we got Think of Swim coming up next. Then I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave. Wait, I'll be back this afternoon. Don't forget, folks, as Kevin Hinks would say, it's the most wonderful time of the year. We have earnings. Thanks, Val.
That's right. Thanks, man.
Oh, look at them, folks. Wow.